Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. If you've been watching the live streams lately, you know that I am planning on going on the road this year and getting out of this crazy Wisconsin winter nonsense that they've got up here. I don't know what they were thinking when they created this kind of winter mess, but not for me anymore. So I need to get my 2-meter kit on point, and here's my attempt at doing that. Let's go take a look at what I got. I'm going more mobile this year, so I need more mobile ability. This is my 2-meter EDC kit. And this is a work in progress, so please, very politely, nicely, I know how awesome you guys all are, put something down in the comments below if you think I've missed something. And remember, this is a starter pack here for me. So let's go through this in no particular order. Well, maybe from, top left to bottom right, but no particular order other than that. We have the super elastic signal stick. This will work with both radios. We have the rubber duck. This will also work with both radios. I may or may not put a second rubber duck in here. I doubt it. I may actually put a second signal stick in here, which would probably be a better idea. This is the APRS K2 cable from BTEC, and that will work with this radio to get it on APRS, and it probably will work with this one, but I need to test that out and play with it. We have the BTEC programming cable, which should work with both radios. If it doesn't, I will get a second programming cable and put a second label on it for the UV5R. I have both radios. This is the BTEC 6x2, so I have 2-meter, 70 centimeter, and DMR. And then this is the UV5R variant, and it does 2-meter, 70 centimeter. Why am I carrying two radios? Well, there's a really easy reason for that. Number one is I can do APRS while I am doing regular chat, or if I happen to be with somebody who forgot their radio, I can hand them a radio and they can disappear, and if they take this and lose it, I'm out 30 bucks, who cares? I also have extended range capabilities in a homemade roll-up J-pole antenna, and I have a mobile adapter to go from the radio to the mag mount on the car. And then I have an old Android, very, very well loved and worn in and used for doing APRS over either of these two radios using APRS Droid software. Fantastic purchase, totally worth it. Then I have a little case that everything will go in, and I have extended batteries. I'm not happy about the extended battery solution. I really wish there was USB-C charging. I would carry a USB-C power bank, etc. I'm not carrying the docking cradles that these things sit in portable with me. I'll leave them plugged in on the desk back at the shack, and that will be for charging. Let me get all this stuff put in the bag, and I'll show you how the bag works out. So this is the pouch, and it has MOLLE attachment straps that will go on the front of a regular MOLLE compatible setup. And then this is my regular EDC bag that has my laptop in it and my HF radio. The current HF radio in here is the X6100. Let's get that out of the way and we'll take a look at the bag. So this is the bag that I showed you a little bit earlier. It has hook and loop on the front, more MOLLE attachments if you wanted to, and it has a spot for a morale patch. So you can put down what radio's in here or what kind of kit this is or whatever. I just put my call sign patch on there. Inside is the programming cable, rubber duck cable to go onto the mag mount in the car, extended battery for the UV5R, extended battery for the BTEC 6x2, signal stick antenna. This here I haven't really had a good idea yet. I'm thinking possibly I'll put like a smaller condensed version of the band plan in here and maybe some other supplies in there, and then there's room to put some more stuff on that. This is a pretty neat feature because it gives me more room to attach stuff in the bag if I want to, or not, as I see fit. The back part is pretty neat. This is designed, if I wanted to have these clips here where I can tighten down or let it lay completely flat, but this will let it stand up a little bit. And then I have UV5R, BTEC 6x2, Android, roll-up J-pole. There's still a couple more pouches up here. This is where I put the APRS cable. I'm keeping this in the bag because there's two parts to this cable. There is the regular connector and then there's the inverse connector. And the inverse connector, I think it's going to get easily lost. Plus it also has the directions on it, which who needs directions, right? And then more room to attach more things if I wanted to. All in all, not a bad little pouch to carry around your 2-meter EDC kit. Let's see how much it weighs. And we are at 3 pounds, 9.5 ounces. Not bad at all. This will either MOLLE directly to the front of your regular bag, or you can put this down inside the bag depending on how much other stuff you have in your bag. So there it is. There will be a link in the description down below for this bag and some of the other accessories that are in here. Okay, so I forgot to mention that it also has D-rings on the back in case you wanted to make a shoulder strap or a chest rig or whatever kind of crazy stuff you want. Maybe just a crossband and have it across chest and have it put on your side just to you know, one less thing to carry in your hand as you're walking around. Or you can make a regular handle because it doesn't actually have a handle, but I can see some paracord handle magic coming up in my future on this. Again, please let me know if there's anything that you think that I should add to this kit. I'm going to do a work in progress thing here. We'll put some updates out as we learn together throughout the year and learn from each other. Next year, I'll probably do the same thing again and see, you know, what lessons we've learned or haven't learned over the years and whether or not it was actually useful. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do some 2-meter parks on the air activations. I'm hoping I'll be able to do some APRS spotting with the APRS droid setup that I've got in there. One of the things I can immediately think of off the bat is KM6LYW's DigiPi setup on a Raspberry Pi Zero inside of the kit so that I can do all kinds of 2-meter digital modes, including digipeating my own APRS signal out if I can't get myself onto a local APRS repeater. So lots of fun stuff planned ahead for where I'm going with that. Stay tuned for more. Otherwise, there's a video right up here I think you'll enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.